guys, welcome again. I'll take you around Malobano. For Ambirira, what you should know, this is our office block. Cover the office. Family Madu Tabo, there is a window. Family Tiger box of description. There is a window for our way bridge operator. That's where my customers are. My Road, and we're on the way bridge. I hope you've all seen the way bridge behind the office. You can go and see. So we see everybody quite dusty, which is from somewhere about 0 to 6 millimeters. Tirindima 10 millimeters, 14, 19, 22, which is under concrete aggregate. There is passion, a mixture of Miala Iminenda Chulai, and then we have ballast gabions. Mitengo yathu ndi imeneyo. From here, this is a workshop site. From the workshop site, we visit our pitch area where my operations are to start from. Blasting activities, drilling, holding, they take place communable. From that side, we'll come to the plant. Community the material we need to blast it, and then we have questions. No, and also we've never had vehicle yovanga load one billion exceeding 35 tons. So scale ima banga debit any amount of any more like it's 10 tons, 2 tons. The maximum we get in the minimum 35. 35 we also very rare. Ambira makala ma 20 because that's what magari motor can afford to carry.
So the first mina gamoro kanga mawedi gamoro where they are products. So the mina vangi gameja gamoro.
Yeah, okay. When you register with us, matebata my number plate amagari motor. So if you come in you as a customer, see magari motor. So you come register with us. Usually you pay in advance before we the materials. So tikakupanga register, matebata list ya my number plate amagari motor and the names of your drivers. When need be, my contact details out. Agabwera, it's a new client in Gadino, Mosanga Mongolata number plate. Galimodo Jama figure very British Nadio Kavangalo. Timatenga weight, Yagalimodo, this and Yamule the material, they might soon in the system. The next time the same car comes, see my source by British system image will tell you because tonight Pangali automation. So if it's a new vehicle, Magari Morano, Samana Gabendo will have to come for register to then get away the Magari Moro, then I'm going to go because of Mango and materials. If there are no more questions, we can go.
Yes, question.
Oh.
Can you give more details about ballast and gabions? Just a little bit.
Ballast is usually used in Obanga railways. Magabions, and I would use my construction sites. I don't know how to use that. And I'm using my drainage, and I'm using my foundation. Ballast is somewhere about 40 to 60 millimeters. Am I wrong? Gabions is somewhere around 60 millimeters. Questions?
Yeah, you say the whole area is
on the way bridge.
Yeah,
the exact sensors, the exact names, I don't know. Komano, like my office is up. Well, the operator is this side. Igabanga piga bobo in system man and software we use. So my laptop kuma computer anthu tosamene tili momwe, they are connected to the one yapa bridge. Kuti galimoto ikabwera itakhalirese system yake ya bwino. Ine I can see from my laptop how much the client has traveled. So timatulutsa receipt kuzokera pamenepo. Ndiye kuti all this information imene ndikuzani kuti tikampanga register munthu timayipanga uploading that software egapi. So information yanu yonse apo mukhoza kutenga kamwina after a day like leloli mwina mwapanga load. At the end of the day, ineyo kamwina ndili kunyumba ndikhoza kutulutsa report yanu imene mwapangira load just to do. Still. The rest egabiyo in the system ya computer yapa way kujima panga like izochotserazo. Okay. Ndipo paper langa ndilifuna mukamaliza kuona. Ava tinkapanga asphalt. We don't do asphalt anymore. This used to be our asphalt plant. This is our water bowser. On a normal operational day, mabanga spray water around site. Come today, sit over because of a breakdown in the plant. So from here, we did our things. There is a container ya kitchen. There are my offices, my operators, and the foreman. From a buildings, somewhere up, pamene pali kantengo apa facing email directly. Pamene timasunga ma mesh wires atu spares. Ena tikachotsa kuti afunika fixing, they also come pamene po. Yes, we use water to control dust around here. Koma ku plant, our plant has madap. Water mabanga so spraying water. So our operations basically they start from this place. This is where our drilling, blasting, loading or hauling is machitika pamene. Mabenchi ndi amene recently mala amene tapanga blasting ndi pamene pakuoneka posa panga clear, but we're yet to clear this place. Our direction kumwe tikulowera tikuchoka this side pano tikumapanga blast that side. As you can see, my bench ena kuona kuti ndakalekale panamena chile. It's been so many years posapangidwa blast. It's because we cannot sitingapitirize sokuposera pamenepopo for risk purposes, because tikapitiriza ndio tikhala ndi just a steep wall, so it's safer kupanga maintain the benches the way they are. Ukuso kwinaku sitingapitirize going further down. That's why tikupanga no ladder from that side. This is that. So this quarry and this pit area has been operational since 2012, continuously. Yeah.
So what are the mechanisms to pump that?
There is a pump. I can't imagine if you say it. Can you open up my hair? uku so madzi amene tikupanga pampo apawa pali ka channel msewu umene wapanga choncho pena pale pakuoneka ponyowa. We have a channel kumene kuti mawapanga channel tigofeza pali timabushi apo tinapanga a drainage system amayenda madziwa until pali dam somewhere across the road uko. So timapanga pampo madziwa sometimes akadzadza kwambiri water bowser yathu imabwera komweko. Tap in the water opangira spray timapanga reuse the same water. Pakakhala kuti madzi tachepetsapo athawu kapena mina ndochepa timakatenga zapangira spray.
Is this groundwater or rainwater?
It's rainwater. Komano sipamakhaliratu dry all the time. Sipamalipirabe kukhala madzi ena pang'ono ena amachokera from underground, especially ababa now that water table is high after the rainy season. Kapezeka kuti even if tikapanga pampo ena abe amatsalira amatulukabe. So we can use the pump. Okay, so our drilling, those of you that have somewhere to write, drilling here too, we have parameters. I would say specific, but sometimes it's a twist, some are specific all the time. Komano, what we maintain is at least 350 to 380 holes per blasting session. We do that to minimize my impacts. I mean, we have a community nearby. If we measure from PDR to going to the community, it's somewhere around 380 meters. So it's pretty close. There to minimize my vibrations, impacts, and noise, dust, we settled for on that figure. Our specific parameters. Depth yama holes are to on average, it's usually 7.5 meters. Komano, they range from 2 meters to 9 meters. Sidima banga exceed 9 meters. Diameter, if I'm fast, okay. Depth ya my holes ya to each hole on average 7.5 meters. On range 2 meters to 9 meters. Diameter of the hole, Tima use a drill bit, 89 millimeters. Sometimes on specific occasions, Tima we use a 76 millimeters. I'll explain later on that one. Spacing, stemming the burden, 2 meters. The space between my holes, right? Is at 2 meters. Burden on the hole, 2 meters. Stemming, do you know what stemming is?
No.
Okay. Assuming this is our hole. Tigabola when charging, tigama panga charge my explosives into the hole. They must see a space yopomira. So assuming this is the space, the meaning given in our stemming. We use 2 meters, but sometimes they might see a 1.5 meters, depending on the season. The minute we charge like the explosives, sometimes the type of explosives that we're using, and sometimes if imango kala nobody with directions from the blaster, because blaster comes up with analysis so now in every spot and never phone about politics. Amanina guti tima bangana advice on how best we can go about it. So when I'm makala the monora 1.5 words. Then the monora has to be 2 meters. So the year stemming tikamaliza ubanga charge, we make sure we maintain it because the ibanga no feel on the either quarry dust, kapena small materials momemo. Yeah, just over. Pick up a mamba. The types of explosives are mainly blitz and Shiro. There are 2 types. I use ammonium nitrate. Fertilizer. And we also use Gemlex. Gemlex is candle-like. Kama kala kachubu, molten inside. I mean, I use a fair kunoku. They are, we say 50 by 500. I'm a half a meter. Diameter somewhere about 50 millimeters, if I'm not wrong, or lesser than that. Komano kama kala kopanga kodika kuzowana here. Nthawi zina timayuza gemlex ojepelako size. As I said, I will explain a bit later on that. When I timayuza a smaller size depending on purpose ya the plastic. Tikakhala kuti tikupulitsa mbali mwa msewu. Let's say we have a project ya msewu. Pamatha kukhala miyala ngati kapena mwina kokhala ngati kapiribe choncho. So chifukwa chokuti the bigger the size of the explosive, the bigger the impact. To minimize the impact, sitimayuza akulu because the impact is so imene will be felt at us, so we use the smaller ones. Imene makhala quarter. Ndikuti diameter so imachepera koso pang'ono. So ngati tifuna tipulitse mwala ngati umu. Kubowola ndi kuti silingaizenso 89 mm, drill bit 89 mm. Ndoti imayenera ikhale yocheperako. Because yocheperako ndoti the explosive sizoteka so the size yocheperako.
Yeah. Before using the explosive, you measure the strength of the rocks, just assume.
No, we measure the strength of the rock because it also gives us better ideas on how we should charge, how much we should charge, and the type of explosives we should use.
So
yeah, the problems with communities, understanding, Another question. I'll get to that. You were asking?
Yeah, that's right. How did second training affect action?
It did affect Gambia from personnel our actions on the ground. How we are cyclone training, so what we know on Giga. And the mechanical ground because so when the mabwera mochedwa continuous rains silingapange blasting how yamvula even kubola kumene ndoti mumiti mumakhala kuti it's continuously wet then kuopa ma hazard if machine is moving around kuopa ngozi twakuzoita ngosiya osapanga plastic so kunokunga lisitipanga drill ngasitipanga plastic ukuzo ndoti sitikaya because we have no material in return affecting ourselves. So we make so much losses with cyclone. Because on what we have done, but I can say from 2023, the time I've been beside we have my boreholes are winning in the community. And Hambi, the majority of the community mapila now in Shirobano, Tinatenga from the community. Timakhala ndima peace weeks sibirenga kabuda timarenga so we've had ajinyamata ena sitting na walimbe nchiro kono wanting to do some businesses ena sometimes kana zabula zabe mpamiyala kuti azikaphanya okapa manja because uyo mubanali masco miners of course anyamata ondongo bera no bano but mina azikopo hours ndani yao uyo manapa kanyapo miyala before development ya kwale pena basa mabora because go back and come and guys if you're able to fend for the family because you're trying to so timata kwa basa miyala kama ba tida kulizi okay yeah on that angomaliza wanga leo yao. Oh, and to add on your question, my request to our responsibility is my naturals they're just fixed, okay? Komano every now and then, come abwela my request. Kuti muna antu maschool afuna mzere maschool blocks. If they need our assistance, we come in. Chimene chimakhala cha definite usually timabereka the materials mina afuna. Pena ndawa Oh, okay. Oh, I still haven't get production. Sorry. Yeah, I do. Okay, so this is our crushing plant. As I said, our machines agabanga load amazabanga dump. Kanjira nakuonesa kuti akamalo amafisereka kupoberera amapingira amabanga dump in that hopper to measure concentrated something like that. So amabanga dump minimum. Plant yathu is categorized into 3 sections mainly. We have a primary site, we have secondary and tertiary crusher. Our primary crushing happens up. Material agalowa they are crushed into sizable size. So palitaneo imene yatulukira kumukuonako. So the first crushing, primary crushing, imachitika pamenepa the material yake ndimene. It easy helps us because itakhala kuti ndi continuous ngati mena makhalira ma plant ena kuti sima kandi primary, secondary, tertiary chimangokhala maybe just primary and secondary just chimodzi zimachulitsa ma breakdowns because ngati mwala kupitirira straight ndoti upita mmene walowera apopo kuhopa limene so udziyendera kwina so mapisoti mwina ndi waukulu maononga zinthu zina. That's why plant yathu ili ndi section iyi. I would say kuti it's independent because it's possible to run ababoka ukubusa kubangalani. It's also possible to run inside inai ababadisa kubangalani. So yeah, so primary crushing yathu ikachitika the material is taken further to the secondary side. So pa secondary ndiya kuti belt imene mwikuiona yalowa mutaneo ndio mwimanyamula mwala ukachoka pamene. This pile pansipo it's connected palitaneo imene miyala imapita. But so gola baja towards pamene pakoneka the control cabin, control room. But paligavo because that's where I put down is. The miyala imayenda imachoka pamenepa igaya kuchoka pamenepa kumapitano to the different belts. So after the primary we have the secondary crushing imene no imapanga crush kumanyamula no miyala into my belts, and then the tertiary one involves my screen. We have a screen now, we have another one. Okay. My screen, I mean it was a screening purposes imakhala determining kuti mwala size igwere pati umene watsala goes back. Okay, there is one here and there is one here. Yeah. Okay. The secondary crushing ikamachitika ndoti poyambirira kugwera mwala. I'll try to explain in simpler terms. Poyambirira kugwera mwala after the crushing ichachitika, you'd have dust amachoka first. So dust amagwera up. The dust akachoka ndoti masaizi ena chakuyendabe akupitabe to masaidi ena. Pamene pafika pogwera ma 10 mm ndoti sefa ya pamenepo ichotsa ma 10 mm masaizi enawo just to move around. Pamene pakwena kugwa ma 14 sefa ya ma 14 ichotsa the 14s izipitirira. Pogwera ma 19 pogwera so ma 19. Pogwera ma 22 mm which is concrete aggregate zigwera so like that. So on days where we've decided kuti tertiary side is a good and cheap, timakhala kuti kupanga crusher. So crusher has a combination of kwambira kwale dust mpaka concrete aggregate. Ndeuti zonse zimagwa pamodzi. Sipakhala so kuti zina the tertiary side kupanga segregate kuti chipita pa. It's just ku primary ndeuti ndi secondary crushing yongozipanga. First secondary crushing ndoti yongopanga crushes into tertiary ino ndimene kupanga no kuti ichi chipita. So if you disable the last part, ndoti masaizi onse amene ndatchulapo atuluka pamodzi mu category imene tinayo. Ku plant wathu kuno pali matapu mabelt almost onsewa. Matapuwa are controlled mu control room. So the control room imapanga control ma operations ochitika kuno. Ngati kuti kuzimitsa timazimitsira mmene muti, kuzimitsa side yawo kuti timapangira kumene kuti zonse zipangirani, it's all done there. Emergency stoppage kuti mwina pena pake mwala wakakamira kapena wina wake amakayendera chinthu nde was noticed an error kamwina pa screen kandi pati we use my radio ndoti amene ali mu control room is notified amapanga pa button la emergency kuti the plant stop. Ngati wafunika specific belt yoti isiye zimachitikira so mu control momwe. Kutsegula matapu kapena kutseka madzi opanga spray miyala imene kuzungulira it also happens.
You haven't talked about how you handle the waste.
Okay, how we handle waste doti lina ndimene launjikidwa pali lichotsedwapo kupitisidwa malo ena kumwe linkakagwira ntchito pakakhala kuti kwina palibe malo ena agent ofunika dotili timakayipangira mabariya between ifeyo ndi community making sure kuti anthu asamalowe kunoko. Ma used oils amapita ku workshop. Tili ndi mabini around here pamene panali I don't know if I mentioned it that was our asphalt plant.
Yes.
Okay, paliso mabini so pamene paja tiliso ndi ma receiving containers amene ma liquid from machines any other liquid that has to be disposed kuti isagwere padoti for environmental purposes. We have those containers. Mabini wotili nawo pamene malowera pajaso if you notice just pamene pali webpage tiliso ndi mabini zikadzadza ukapena close to full timachotsa nkuika mabini ena and then timakatenga license ku district assembly tikapange dispose kumene.
Just talk about how you handle dust, thing of water, how about noise pollution.
How we manage pasite pano tili ndi ma earphones amene anthu amagwiritsa. If you ask kuti mwina kutengera community we tamper with the mene tikupangira loads our explosives to minimize the noise. Ma machine regular servicing or even as the plant as well regular servicing kuti samatuti. Sometimes we need the yes. On days like ngati mene tili lero tili ndi breakdown ndoti ma customers angobwelera ndoti tikapanga fix we may happen to schedule for a night shift. Yeah. Komwe mukona ma files iko ndikumpanda kwa bwana Lambas. Ngati munaona panali amwenye ena ake abambo anayimapo ndiye mwina anu ake akumene koko iza wakasi amagula kuno nawo amakagulitsa. So he operates, okay, he fills a gap between ifeyo ndi ma customers because ife kuno sitimapereka transport. Pamene kwa Lambatiwo ali ndi matipa kuti munthu mapanga haya komanso ifeyo sitichotsera sitinenerereka ukoko ndoti mukhoza kunenelera mwina ka transport kwakuchotsera niko pang'ono foti mwagula miyala pangati wafunika kupatseni discount amakutengera niko.
Yeah, I can see that almost everything runs with the lights, the machines. So how does the electricity affect?
It doesn't really affect us because we have my generators. We have a generator behind my containers. So they are crowded with Eskom power. Koma ngati diesel kulibe Eskom so azima timayima. No, kuno kuti nasiya upanga operate because kugulitsa zimatipangitsa malosi. Usually timayipanga rani takoti ndima project. Ndima project antambiri anayima ya kucholo inayima. We had one in Mangoji, Salewa. Project concept timazipanga supply. It depends. If you're a student, I'm going to apply in the head of department. Out of school, just like any other minimum job searching, you apply by yourself. Komano, yeah, by yourself, you sit because we have my employees that way now. And I want project and go car, so we price the same ones as I'm going back on one. If you're my students, we have them every year. I'm at about one maximum of 5. Exact. Ndio vuti hapo kunina depending on the working hours. We operate tumapanga 10 hours a day. There are times like today, we don't do hours actually hapo. Pena most of the time so we tapanga so much. So it's not definite. It's a matter of
night shift, during the daytime is especially agreed or if
then I'm a color would daytime you have lost time. Or been some several days, a week or 2 or a guy. Don't you take up and fix our problems in the ambulance? We try to cover for my sitting sitting. Sometimes during the day the guy will be doing demand high. So of course to go so at night.
Could they mine just affect the quality?
Yes, it does. If I remember color would you system affect that much because of system we have to name my data. We can get we have department. So MOTAENGIL inajogera ku Portugal. There are a lot of kubanga progress in kufunika forex. Sima bantu da handle kunene gogo. Usually feel kunokuti mangolandira. So ngati ufuna ma materials, ngati ufuna diesel, ngati ufuna jani, ibindi anthu a procurement amene materangi. So if you as a site part of no really. Zimangovura no mwina kuti ife kuti tisakhale affected kwambiri imitengo tinasi. As you can see above ntengo wa I think itawopanga February. So limene zachitikira apa forex kusowa it means even kwachaso ndi yopanga devalue ife so timakhala forced kuweza mitengo because of the cost imene topanga inkano
Mene mwakambira kuti abo mind
Kita ngomuli.
Ndipo kwa ngi zani wewe
Like life if I anamana kuti life mwetu makhala kupanga ku school mwetu kupanga class ndi background zimakhala zosiyana ndi ngati kuti experience this
one brutal truth. How you think it is on the ground, Season? If you having been a student or my name is Stella Indani. I'm a geologist by profession. I did geology and geography with Chanko, graduated in 2019. So the life you think it would be in the many whatever image you have, unless you can get more villa one cheap or internship somewhere else. But if you haven't, your imaginations are not easy. School wewe iende pangani. Ngati kodi pasere ano ndija 40%, 50%. Zomati bola ndidutse pass and proceed. Kunja kuno wenye comes makandi bantu. Ena kuda kulembe nchiro amafuna transfer. So it's not just a matter of degree and degree. No, quality also matters. If you don't pay attention in class, you can't pay attention on the ground. If you're lazy go school, you're also lazy here. Ichiro simulezi. Ngati mungaibeze sakusunda nipo. So ngati kuli kosinta bwenera sinta pamoja. Komano. This is not to scare you. Kuti ayi mukabwera kuno mudzavutika. I don't want to give you the hope kuti when you come out here things will be smooth. Things are not smooth out here, and to be honest with you guys. They are not. When you come out, try as much as possible, as much as you can. Born and class most is easy, and because I can say degree mulibe paper mulibe. What you have to present is your transcript. What's on your transcript? You know, in cases where gamina mwapita ukagwira ma internship akutumiza na school ena maona ngati it's a burden nakuvutitsani kuti atekabwera kuno kuti kuzaniri kuno rimamba ntchito school. If you're lazy here ine mumana ne kuno mukamadza vanga apply ulendo wina muzapanga apply kwina muzayi kumana nane so kumene koko. So if you're lazy here nditi kakumane kumene koko, how is it? Ndiri kanyonera kuti ndi aulesi kumene kwafuna. Namakadofuna mukavange ma masters. I've had so many students kundika ngati fali wawo ena ndi makanyira arunga tell them you were lazy mutabwera kunchito kwake. I don't want to lie. I wouldn't want to lie kuti ayi takhala naye bwino nalo limbikira toza just say no. Amene ndakhala konawo bwino ndimavumira kuti ayi sifana ino kuti amalimbikira amateri. But I've had na kuti amabwera kuno wina umampesa anzake akuchaja kupiti yagona basi padziwa kuda helmet yake. People like those wena matabwerani mafuna ndilembere ntchito ndimawasiya lemberani. Komano if it's coming, if it's passing through me, definitely uzagwira ntchito with me. I don't want problems, so I will say no. Mwina mupezeka kuti kamwina in class when you have other people in school anthu timakula khandi magulu kusankhana ineyo madisindizi panga ndi uyu ma presentations ine uyayi ine come out here things turn upside down. Aina anthu amene ina mungu asalawo amazakhala kuti like enough to get my job somewhere else. They cannot give you my connections because of how you treat it. Treat your friends nicely. Ena tema nena kuti ife au mading dong utenda tokhatoka au kuti enda tokhatoka zama wasizidziwika. Zama wasizidziwika. Kala ni bwino ndi anthu usazone. Even na maziphunzitsano. Pena to mapezeka anthu mapanga apply. We talk to people like this. Inu simukhala ko mwina anduza kuti student amene have had problems with him. Olo ine ndisakudziwani. I'll believe him. So yeah, kulimbikira makolo akanena kalimbikireni kunonso feso timafuna kulimbikira sikufuna makaulesi. Because ngati tugwira kuno 10 hours every day Monday to Thursday then 8 hours on Friday. Iwewe kubwera wa ulesi muna ntchito ngati mine ndiye ineyo ndikanansi ndikathuka ne ine ndatopa ma students no akintekumanga. Basi ngati sisiona. So kulimbikira ngati mukulimbikira ku school kunonso sisakuvuta kulimbikira. Zinthu zina zimene timapezeka kuti mukugwira kunoku. It's the same things in class. Koma relevance yake niyo mmene muli ku school musimungayona. Ifasali ku school masewera. Sewera ukapita ku internship nkubwerako pamene umoyo nomaona ngeli these things are ikumbikira abandi tolentete. Ngati ma lecturers akudandaulani. Okay. Mwina ma impact simaona kumene koko mfari kukhonza sikukhonza babala mufunza. Koma kudandaulani iwo. Ndiye when you come out here. Zima zakutsala niso zonke.
Especially
it is amazing. As a woman, we still have a big gap. As my indojeva, you know, banga geology kuno kundimundi. There was a time when I was coming here, my superior anali he left for Angola. and hangabo have left. Zinafika boguri stranded. I was quarry manager for both Kuno Luga Sungu. We would have to move around. But I can't remember because now do my financial bank balance. But it's my more arguments. So my career with my mails or Kaoka, taking up my positions. To my net one day we should meet that. So as my females, the majority, it's still my males. It's just Alice. Never know my workers, apart from my guard, we do about 37, if not 39. At Tigan and there is me, Alice, our accountant, the safety officer. For Magadi over 40 is mine.